Hi, Crystal. I wanted to take about 10 minutes to show you your Blackboard page. So what we're looking at is the template, and the template is set up that you'll just copy it into your class every semester so that you don't have to make a lot of changes. Changes can be made in this template and versus you changing it every single time you do it. So right now we're in teacher mode. When the students open the page, they will see announcements first. This is the first thing they see when they open it. So here we have a welcome, and anything highlighted, those are things you have to change. So when you open your course to the students, you're supposed to have a welcome message that gives them the course name and number, an overview, a sentence or two of the course, and whatever you want to put in here, and then tell them where to pick up their syllabus and content. And right now your syllabus is set up in content, but you can move it to here or here. That's up to you. Then look here, it says below there are 3 videos to help you understand the layout of the course, the syllabus, and the expectations. So this is best practice. Ideally, you will make 3 videos for the students. These videos don't change typically. You use the same videos for several semesters. So the first video is a layout of the course, and that video will look something like the video I'm showing you. And you'll just show the students where they can find their work and how your page is laid out to help them understand where to find everything. The second one is an overview of the syllabus, and that's something you would normally do in a classroom setting, and even in a synchronous online approach with you on Zoom, it's very awkward and it's very exhausting for students to listen and watch that for that long. So sometimes it's better to make a recording of it, and you just go through the syllabus and show them where everything is in the syllabus. And then the third item is an introduction to yourself. And this is very important in an online class because one of the main contributors to student success is their connection to the teacher. And in an online setting, students don't have the same kind of connection that they do in a classroom. So in a classroom, that connection happens automatically. In an online setting, you have to make it happen. And this is one of the first things you can do to make it happen. People put various things in here, but ideally you put some professional information and some personal information. How much, how much personal information you put is up to you. In mine, I give them a background on my education, my experience, and I explain what I have to offer them as a professional. And then my personal information that I typically share with them is I tell them I have a son who's 28, who lives in Philadelphia. I talk about my hobbies and what I like to do in my free time. And I give very minimal, but there's still a little connection there that you make with the students when you do that. Most people do not do all 3 of these the first semester they do it because it's so overwhelming to create videos for some people. So if you do not have the time or you do not feel comfortable doing all 3, if you're only going to do one, the most important one is the introduction to the instructor because that connection you make with the students is critical. Again, this is best practice. Ideally, you will have 3. Even if you only have 1 this semester, then make it the introduction to you. The next thing you see on the screen is a place for weekly announcements. And right now, these items are not available. You will have to go in and open them each week. Again, in an online setting, you have to remind students of what's happening. Even if you see them face-to-face in Zoom, it's still an online setting. So what you would do in a normal classroom setting is typically instructors say, remember next week we're doing blah, 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 blah. Well, that's what this is set to do. And you have 2 options. One is to just write a brief summary. And if you do that, copy and paste it from the syllabus so that it's exactly the same. Or you could make a 2-minute video like I am with you that goes over what they've done well during the week or what's coming up the next week. Again, this helps build connection for the students to you and to the course. When you go to open a weekly announcement, you click on that arrow, you click edit, and then what will happen is you will either write a message here or you will write a message with a link to a video. And then what happens is you need to tell the Blackboard when you want it to open. So you have to have a day that it opens and a day that it closes. Some people click not restricted and they just open all the announcements the first day of class. I don't think that's a good idea. It's better to date restrict it, but then you have the option of how long you want it open. Some people will open an announcement and then leave it open for the rest of the semester, and each week a new announcement opens. Some people only allow each announcement open for a week, and that's up to you and what you think is best. Okay, so that's the layout of the announcement page. I want to show you content. When you open the content page, and again, we're in teacher mode. We're going to look at teacher mode first, and then I'm going to show you student mode. So when you open it up, you see everything, and the students will not see everything. You'll have to tell Blackboard when you want these lessons to open. So you can either put your syllabus here, or you can put it in the syllabus section. That's up to you. Every lesson is set up the same way. So this is like a folder, and on the outside of the folder, it's telling students what to expect. So I'm going to take the objectives and outcomes from your slide presentations and put them in here. If you want me to do something else, tell me, but for now, we're going to use the objectives from the slides. Then it tells them when they open the folder, this is what's going to happen. And then it tells them what will happen after class is over. When they go inside, they see everything in more detail. So when you open the folder, you see this. You see, again, this is highlighted, so you have to decide whether you want them to read or skim prior to coming to class. Then the slides that you are showing them are here. There's a video link in every lesson. If you have videos from YouTube or from National Geographic or public television that you want to show them, we can show you how to put the link to the video in here, and they can either watch it before class or you can show it during class. Then the homework assignments are listed, and for you it's just basically reading to get ready for the next week. And this last thing is not available to the students. And so this is here in case you want to collect something from them. If there's a lesson where you want them to turn something into you, this is where they will do it. And if you want them to do it, then you just go in and undo what I just did. You click the down arrow and you make it available. And then when you go in, you're going to edit. And then you will tell Blackboard what day it's due. And then Blackboard actually sends the students a message reminding them that something's due. And in my notes, I have that you don't really collect any assignments. So if you want to do that, it's here, but it is hidden from the students. So I want to show you what the students see so you can see that they don't see that. It's hidden. So those are announcements. Okay. Here's content. When they open the lesson folder, they see what to do before class, the slide presentations, if there's videos, and the homework for next week, the next class. And as you see, that assignment submission place is not seen by them because we made it unavailable. So I just wanted you to see that it is what they see is slightly different. The next thing I want to show you is week 3 because that's the first time you have a test. I mean, not week 3, I'm sorry, lesson 3. So it says, prior to coming to class, read this and study these chapters for your test. What you need to have here, and I have some information already, this is the test on 19, that should be 20, 21, and 23, and you need to tell them about the test. And this will be open for them to see before they see the test. That way they know what to expect. Then this placeholder, this is where we will put your test if we get it into Blackboard. I did not see answer keys come in yet. I will check on that today. I'll check again, but if we don't have answer keys to your tests, either tell me where I can find them or send me the answer keys so we can get them put into Blackboard. The benefit of having your test in Blackboard, in my opinion, the biggest benefit is that Blackboard grades it for you. So it grades questions like multiple choice, true and false. The short answer you still have to grade, but by allowing Blackboard to grade the test for you, it saves you a tremendous amount of paperwork, and it allows you to spend more of your time focusing on students and content. And that's really important because you're the expert and the computer can do the grading. It's very simple. I've only seen it make mistakes occasionally, and the students will tell you if there's a mistake. Again, here's the slides. If you have video links, homework, and then I will go back in and make sure everything is what it's supposed to be. Like, that's now hidden. So that is the layout of the course. I sent you an email that I'm missing, I think, chapter 49. When I sent you the last list of things I was missing, somehow I missed that. I don't have slides for chapter 49. And then I'm going to list in the email some questions about the handouts and how you use Evolve, and how we can make it clear to students, if there's connections that they need or there's things we need to download and put in your class. The more we have in the class that you can use, the better it is for you, because again, it saves you paperwork. You don't have to copy. Students can either print it out at home or they can bring devices with them and work just right on their device. So again, please review the class, the email, my questions, and then please let me know if you'd like anything changed, and also if you'd like to set up a time to talk the beginning of next week so that we can then get your class copy, this template copied into your class. Crystal, I look forward to hearing your feedback, and I hope you have a great evening.